My name is Aubrey, and if you liked my short little 5-minute Instagram post where I go through a series of couple movements that you can do in a matter of 5 minutes, or making it longer, taking more breaths with each pose, whatever works for your body, we're gonna take that, we're gonna break it down a little bit more and show you how you can make that longer, teach you how to do the movements, see how it can feel in your body. So find your mat, and we're gonna meet in a tabletop position. So coming to that tabletop position, like in the video, we're gonna take those cat-cows. So we're gonna drop the belly, lift the crown of the head, take a big inhale through the nose, and then exhale. Pull the belly towards the spine. If you were imagining that's what it would feel like, engage through the core, press the hands down into the mat, tuck the pelvis, and then go ahead and inhale one more time. We're gonna roll through that. So using your breath, inhale, and then exhale. And maybe you wanna take that faster, maybe you wanna take it slower, using the whole body. Maybe you put the shoulders into it, maybe you put the elbows into it, just seeing what feels good in your body. Maybe you wanna find a little organic movement, maybe pushing from side to side. Maybe you want to roll the hips into it and roll in through the spine. Or you can just stay with that simple cat-cow movement, which is simple but very powerful. Using our breath to awaken the spine, unwind, just to release. A couple more here. Inhale as we lift the crown of the head. Exhale, drop the chin towards the chest, tuck the pelvis, and then go ahead and release. So now we're going to come into that twist. So we're just going to you're going to keep that tabletop position, bring our right hand, reach it up towards the sky, opening up. Now if you feel like you can only go here, that's fine. Meet yourself where you're at, opening up to your level, right, wherever your body takes you. And then go ahead, exhale. Thread it all the way through, in between hand and leg, all the way through, dropping that shoulder to the mat, dropping the side of the face to the mat. Okay, and then we're looking to keep the pelvis more neutral here, right? We don't want to like rock towards the side. So kind of trying to keep it neutral. And then you decide what you want to do with the hand. Maybe you want to take a bind, maybe you want to wrap that hand back behind, or maybe you want to walk it up to the top of the mat. Making sure to breathe. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Maybe you want to just place that hand right where it feels good, right where it was at originally. Breathing here for a couple more breaths. If you haven't played with something new, go ahead and try it. See what it feels like. We never know how good we're going to feel in a movement until we are creative with the body and we try. And just using that breath to unwind and relax. Maybe you feel super tight. Maybe you've been sitting all day. And then we're going to place that left hand back to the mat. Reach up one more time, reach up through the right fingertips. See if there's any more space, any more movement there, any more openness. And then release, and we'll go to the other side. Inhale, lift the left fingertips to the ceiling. And then go ahead and thread them underneath, reaching them over to the opposite side of the mat. Dropping the side of the head. So forehead, shoulder. If the shoulder doesn't meet the mat, that's fine. And then working again to keep more of a neutral pelvis position. But if you find that it feels better maybe to rock into the hips over there, then by all means, right? There's really no perfect way to do this. And then maybe you play with the movement. Maybe you keep a tented finger, maybe make it more active, maybe finding a little bit more energy. Or maybe you're really just looking for the opportunity to dissolve into the mat, just to relax, just to unwind. Staying intentional with the breath, breathing in through the nose, belly feels. And then exhale, release. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale, bring that hand back to where it was at. Pressing up, big inhale, reaches the fingertips all the way up. And exhale. All right, from here we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna bring the feet back. And we're gonna drop onto our belly. We're gonna take some cobra rolls, I like to call them, just to really awaken the spine. So roll the shoulders back towards the back body, really drawing the shoulder blades back together. And then elbows are pointing back towards the back of the mat. Feet are just kind of dropped, right? Pointing to the back of the straight back of the mat. And then you're gonna press up through the heel and the fingers, lifting up. Maybe you don't take it that high. Maybe you're right here, maybe you're here. And really engage into your pelvis, into your glutes, almost like you're tucking them together and really feeling that engagement, that strength through our hamstrings. And take a big breath, inhale and exhale. And inhale, you can play with the movement or you can just take it slow. And exhale. Now let's play with moving all the way back into a child's pose. So big inhale, lift you up, and a big exhale. Sits you back into your child's pose. Fingers coming up towards the mat, really releasing the forehead to the mat. Maybe your toes are tucked, maybe they're not. I'm keeping my toes tucked so that I can shift all the way forward. Now we're gonna roll the spine, so you're gonna find engagement through the core, really drawing the belly up and in, protraction through your shoulders, and we're coming back down into that release. So into that exhale. Take a big inhale, and then exhale back into child's pose. And release. And we're gonna go one more time. So you're gonna take a big exhale, find that protraction through the shoulders. Go ahead and dropping the belly all the way towards the mat. And then a big inhale, lifts you up. And then lastly, exhale. Take a big inhale and exhale just to release. And then we're gonna just slowly come up into our downward dog. We're gonna pedal out our feet, taking a moment to wake up the hamstrings, wake up the calves, wake up the back, the leg. And just walking the dog, really dropping the forehead, dropping the head in between the arms, framing the head with the arms. Lifting the pelvis, lifting the tailbone. Really think about not hyperextending in the leg. Maybe you have that bent knee. Maybe you feel the lift in the tailbone more when you bend that knee. Maybe you feel the stretch better that way. And maybe you're working towards the heel, coming towards the mat. Now from here, we're going to engage through the core. So we're going to find strength through the fingers and the wrists, spreading all out through the hand. And we're going to exhale, draw the knees towards the mat. Engage through the core. And then inhale back. Exhale, knees come towards the mat. Find that engagement through the core, pressing down strong through the hands and into the shoulders. And then go ahead and press it back. So really working with the exhale here to ignite and really fire up our core. I'll take this a couple more times and play with the breath, see what feels good. Finding a big exhale as you work into the core. And then maybe you stay with that exhale a little bit longer, reach it back. One more time, pedal out the feet, just taking a moment. And then we're gonna just walk up slowly, 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 all the way to the top of the mat. From here, we're just gonna find a little bent knee, a little micro bend. We're gonna wake up the hammies. Maybe it's morning, you've been sleeping all night long. We tend to sleep in a lot of flexion at night. So if we're sleeping in that flexion, it's really good to lengthen out those hamstrings in the back of the leg. So maybe you find some movement here. Maybe you take it with the breath. Inhale, lift up a little bit, and then a big exhale drops you down. Maybe and again on the other side. Inhale and exhale to center. Maybe you're just finding stillness. Maybe you turn the palms up into receiving, welcoming energy, welcoming release, welcoming newness, and just rocking back and forth or finding that stillness. Staying here for a couple more breaths. We're awakening, but we're also releasing. Now, go ahead and walk the feet out towards the sides of the mat. You're going to turn the feet about 45 degrees. We're going to sit down into our Malasana or our yogi squat. Now, if this isn't available and you don't have that flexion through the hips and maybe the ankles, you can take a block and you can sit a block underneath your seat. I'll show you both ways. So sitting on that block, or maybe you have a low footstool, or you have a couple books at your desk that you want to sit on and prop yourself up a little bit. You're going to take those elbows, really press out into the inner thigh, opening up through the hips, taking a breath in and a breath out. Now let's find a little bit of opening here. So you're going to reach right hand down towards right foot, lifting up through the left hand, reaching up, finding that opening. Takes a lot of strength here too, if you're not using a block. Still finding strength though, even with the block. There's no wrong way to do this. It really it's important to feel what feels good in your body. Play around with it. We'll go the other side. So drop left hand to left foot, reaching up. Gaze through the core here, lift up tall, opening up through the heart. Feeling that sense of energy, sense of peace. Easing into it. Maybe each time we take it again, we'll find a little bit more openness. I'm going to remove the block this time. So sinking in, reaching up, opening up, feeling an opening up through the chest. Once again, you're welcome to take a bind or any other thing that feels good here. And then let's go ahead and just drop our seat. Bring our feet forward. Maybe bend and flex the feet a little bit. Take a big inhale, lift the arms up, hinging from the hips. We're going to draw belly towards the tops of the thighs. Maybe take a little micro bend in the knees, and then just go ahead and let the rest of the body fall naturally where it falls. Maybe that's the shins, maybe that's wrapped around, maybe that's the feet, maybe that's past the feet. Maybe you're taking a block and grabbing past the feet. Whatever feels good. And just take a big inhale and a big exhale, releasing, really dissolving into our mat, using our breath. We're going to take 5 deep breaths here to end our little practice. Maybe it's the beginning of your day, you want to set an intention for your day. Maybe it's mid-morning and you're really looking for that sense of awakening through the spine, the back body, posterior chain, the legs. Maybe as you sit here longer, you find that you can ease into the pose even a little bit more, finding more openness, finding more space, using that breath to create space. Knowing that the breath is the ticket. It's the fire within us, right? That can give us energy and that can also give us release. And exhale, let it all go. Drop the head, drop the chin towards the chest. Feeling that line of energy just wrap around the back of the head, all the way around to the feet and the toes. And then we're going to go ahead and lift up. Namaste. If you liked that video, make sure to subscribe to my channel and send me a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see.